Hello, class. Today we're going to learn about musical symbols, the basics of the notes. So today we're going to learn about what notes look like. So a symbol, I wonder if you've ever heard that word before, a symbol. What a symbol is it's something that represents or reminds us of something else. So, for example, we have our American flag, right? And that reminds us of our country, America. Or there's also a flag from Canada or from other countries. So, I wanted to show you some symbols that I thought you might recognize. So, I'm looking for a symbol that represents love. Point to the symbol that you think represents love. The correct answer is this one right here. When we draw a heart, that is a symbol for love. Now, I want you to point to the symbol that represents Jesus. Did you get it? The correct answer is this one right here, the cross. Now, I want you to point to a symbol that represents being happy. Can you find it? It's this yellow happy face right here. So here we have some symbols that you already know. But did you know that there's also symbols for music? The main symbol that we're going to talk about today for music is called a note. And a note tells us how long or how short a sound is going to be. So notes represent sound. The first note that I want to show you is this one right here. This kind of note is called a quarter note. Can you say quarter note? Good job. So our quarter note has right here this little circle part to it that's called the head, and then it has this little stick that's called the stem. So this is what a quarter note looks like. The next symbol that I want to show you is called an eighth note. An eighth note also has a little circle at the bottom that we call the head. It also has a stem, but it has something else that the quarter note doesn't have. It has, right here, this is my favorite name, it has a tail. Kind of just like how a dog or a cat has a little tail, our eighth note has a little tail. And the quarter note represents the longer sound, whereas the eighth note represents a little bit shorter sound. So now I'm going to put your knowledge to the test. I'm going to show you one of the symbols, and you've got to guess, is that a quarter note or is that an eighth note? Are you ready? Here we go. Is this a quarter note or an eighth note? Which one? The correct answer is an eighth note. All right, now I'm going to show you another one. Quarter note or eighth note? The correct answer is a quarter note. So let's compare them one more time so we can tell the difference. The eighth note has a tail at the end of it, whereas a quarter note has no tail. The quarter note is a longer note. The eighth note is a shorter note. Let's try one more quiz to see if you really got it. Is this one a quarter note or an eighth note? What do you think? It is an eighth note, and the reason I know that has a little tail. So, there's one more thing I want to tell you about my friend, the eighth note. Eighth notes, they don't really like being by themselves all alone. They like to be friends. So a lot of times when we see eighth notes, there's two of them and they stick together, they put their tails together to be friends. So now the quiz is going to be, is this a single eighth note? Is this one eighth note? Or is this two eighth notes? What do you think? One or two? The correct answer is one. Now what do you think? One or two? The correct answer is two. One more to see if you really got it. One or two eighth notes? The correct answer is two again. So, I hope you had fun today learning about the musical symbols called notes. We learned about the quarter note. We learned about the eighth note. And then we learned about two eighth notes. We'll learn more about all these kind of notes when I see you next time. Have a wonderful day.